It's been a long, long, long wait, but it was worth every moment.
And I'm like, come on through, Cookie. I'm going up on my soapbox. That's basically it. Let's talk about drag and all its forms. What,
Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on the video. This is my review and it's no spoilers. I'm not going to drop any spoilers here on Aquaman. And as I said in the beginning of this video, it has been a very long wait for this movie to be done. And it was worth the wait. It truly was. I'm not going to be here talking very long because, again, there are no spoilers. So I can't say but so much. So I'm going to just talk very quickly and then I'm going to get off because I don't want to ruin anything for you. The movie is a decent length. You know, it's kind of, you know, the new movies, when they do these superhero movies, they're a little lengthy. But it was cool. And again, it stood that test. It held my interest from beginning to end. What I will say about this movie is it is beautiful. And I'm noticing so much more. But then it was James Wan. He just creates beautiful things. It's just he took you into a completely different world. Everything about Atlantis, just beautiful. The cinematography was excellent. It really was. It was very, very high and very, very good. Very done. It was a fantasy. Anytime you could bring a fantasy world and make it look really real and it doesn't look all computered up, and it was excellent. It was done excellent. And I'll say this, I probably can't say enough. Jason Momoa as Aquaman is what actually Jason Momoa drew me to the picture. Just flat out. Fine. He fine as wine, baby. And everything about his version of Aquaman is everything. The tattoos, the grunge kind of look, then the whole, you know, he has that whole little seaweed look, and it's like, all right. And I'm allergic to fish. Me personally, I'm allergic to all fish, seafood, just seafood as a whole. I'm allergic to it. Baby, listen, I said, let me get me some Benadryl and run on down here and play with Jason for a minute, honey. You hear me? Listen. It was everything. And I have to say, I don't really know. Okay, and I'm a kid that grew up way, way back. I was when the Justice League was when it was the whole cartoon and all that. I was down with all of that. Down with all of that, okay? Aquaman, I never got into his background story. I never cared. I always thought he was corny. So I never got into his background story and anything like that. So again, I came here because of Jason Momoa and what we saw. Because when we first seen him for the first time in the Justice League movie, and I was like, "Child, not Justice League. What was it? Batman versus Superman." Is when we saw Aquaman for the first time. Batman versus Superman. And they showed the little flash of him. And I was like, oh, yes. Yes, indeed. I'll be seeing that. Then when Justice League came out, baby, and we see them doing a woohoo and all that shit, I was like, oh, Aquaman. Come on with it. So that Jason Momoa sold the character to me because I ain't never cared about him. Just like Ryan Reynolds sold Green Lantern to me. I never liked Green Lantern. I always thought Green Lantern was a cornball. But Ryan Reynolds brought Green Lantern to a whole nother level and made him very interesting. Same thing with Jason. And Jason really sold Aquaman to us. And now this is the thing. I went in wanting to know more about Aquaman because of Jason Momoa. Then when we see his mother and all that, because I didn't know none of this story. Nicole Kidman was everything. Everything. Do you hear me? Everything. See, I can't go that far into it, but just the costuming, That costume department, baby, you all are some sewing and designing asses. And my hat's off to you. My hat's off to you. Child, couldn't read it at all. Everything, the costuming. And then there's this. And this is what I'm going to say, and then I'm going to get on out of here. Mira, Queen of Atlantis. I knew nothing about her. Nothing about her at all. I knew nothing about her story, nothing like that. I need to know everything there is to know about Mira. So I'm going to be having to jump into some comic books and looking at some cartoons and whatnot to find out about Mira, because this story, though Aquaman was just, he's beautiful and he did all that he did and all of that in the movie. And there was some little things that it was like at one point they kind of irritated me with. At one point somebody tried to hit him with a sword and it didn't work. It kind of was like the Superman thing where like the sword won't even penetrate his skin, but then somebody stabbed him later on and it was able to work. I was like, okay, no, I don't know about that. I don't know about that now. That kind of irritated me, but it was okay because he looked good, so it didn't matter. So, but the thing is, when I left the movie, I wanted to know more about Mira because this was the Mirror Show. Truly. There's more in the movie that pulls you in about Mira than about Aquaman. And I'm just going to leave that there. Just know that what I figure, my version of what I saw as far as Mira, she is the storm of the water, of the underwater world. She's like the storm of the baby. She was turning this movie apart. Do you hear me? Turning it apart. So I just, Aquaman for me was truly the opening of the story of Mira. I left the movie theater being very satisfied with Jason Momoa, but wanting to know more about Mira. That's what I got from it. If you haven't seen it, then by all means, take your behind and go out and see it. Get your Benadryl together, and y'all go on out and play with Jason in the water for a little bit. And if you have seen it, in the comments, tell me what you thought about Mira. Do you feel like the story really made you want to know more about Mira, or did you get all you needed from Aquaman? I'm telling you, I walked off. It was the Mirror Show for me. And that's it. That's all I'm going to say because I don't want to spoil anything. So I'm going to go. You all go and see Aquaman. It was definitely worth the $15 that I spent. All right. See you guys later.